why did my tiny house only cost $12,000? I'm saying only because compared to other tiny houses, $12,000 or under $12,000 is very, very cheap for a tiny house on wheels. Often when people build it themselves, I would say average people spend about $25,000, which is significantly more than double what I spent on mine. To give you some background, it's on a 8.5 by 16 foot trailer, which cost $3,200. My total right now on my expense sheet, which I will send you if you would like to see where I spent my money, is just over $11,000. So technically it's not even $12,000, but I have two major things that I still do need to purchase, which I expect to bring it pretty much just below $12,000, so $12,000 it is. So some key things that I saved money on and that made my house more affordable than other tiny houses. One is the fact that I got windows from a restore. So basically they are new or used windows that are very affordable. I got 3 of my windows for just over $100, and then I got 2 windows for, one was $88 and one was $140 maybe, and the $141 is the one that I'm pointing at that opened, and I needed it to be narrow for the loft space, so I had to kind of special order that one. But the rest, you know, all 4 of the 5 windows were under $200 as it is. So I saved a lot of money there. Another thing, a lot of people use some sort of wood siding, and I didn't exactly have a choice because the legal road limit for pulling the tiny house without the overload sign is 8.5, and so in order to kind of stay within that, I couldn't put very thick siding on my house. So not that I would have, just because money was part of why I ended up choosing vinyl siding. So I chose vinyl, and altogether it was under $600 I think for all of my siding. And the first time I ordered like all of the siding and then the trim, and then I ended up having to get more trim to finish it off, and that added about an extra $150 or so to the total. Another place that I saved, I would think, a lot of money is the insulation. So a lot of tiny houses use spray foam, which I would say is better, but the ratio, like if you create a ratio to how much better it is versus how expensive it is to the rock salt that I used and how much less efficient it is compared to how much it is, I think the rock salt is definitely more worth it. It was very easy to install. I did it all myself. I saved a ton of money. I think spray foam would have been like $2,000. One other thing I want to mention before I kind of get into a few other things is I did use paneling, and the paneling was $15.50 a package, and it had I think 6 boards. 6? No, it had to be more than that. But anyway, I want to figure out how much I spent on paneling because I do think it was less than most people use on, say, I don't know, do some people use sheetrock? I personally didn't because I thought it was going to crack when moving. So I guess some people use sheetrock, some people use some sort of better wood on the inside. No, this is not the most high-end house, but it is still very beautiful, and it has certain details that kind of make the house, yeah. The stairs would have been $450, but someone donated their time and just asked me to pay for materials, which was absolutely amazing, and Otherwise, that would have been a bigger expense that I wanted to pay because of the way it would make the house, sort of. The main topic that I want to say is just you can learn how to build basically anything within a house. There's videos out there that you can look up to figure out how to do the electrical, how to do the plumbing. Personally, I use PEX Plumbing and I did it all myself. Obviously, I've had no experience with that, so really easy though, because it's just little rings and plastic tubing, so pretty much I would think anyone can do that. And then the electrical, I did get a little bit of help from my sister, but that doesn't mean it's not something that I could have done. It was easier at the time to have her help me than me do a little bit more research and figure out how to run the wires. Basically, if you put the intention out there that you want to build a house and you want to keep it under a certain amount of money, you can. I mean, I envisioned this house being about $15,000 by the end, and it's less than that. You can save so much money just from putting that idea out there and getting, say, some builders to donate supplies and other things like that. A tiny house doesn't have to be $25,000, $30,000, $35,000. You can build it pretty affordably and it still looks good with nice finishes and also very practical. That's all I have for now. If you have any more questions about the specifics to my financials or other building specifics that you want to know about, you can ask the questions below. I would be happy to answer them below or in another video. So that's all I have to say for now. I just want to end by saying I'm still in contact with this TV producer. If there are any teens out there who are building or going to be building tiny houses, please email me. My email's below, and you might be on a TV show. I've gotten maybe like 10 people or more in contact with him, and they've had interviews with him. So if you want to be on a TV show, like, that's an amazing opportunity that I didn't have. That would be amazing if other teenagers out there want to or are building houses currently and want to be on TV. I mean, it's pretty cool, and it would be amazing for the tiny house movement and just showcasing some younger people doing these incredible things. I will see you guys next video, and I hope you're having an amazing